Because I was going to interject when you said about they voted for Hillary. Actually, there's a lot of Mexicans,
Who
especially
voted for
Mexican
Trump, too.
men,
You'd be surprised.
who voted for Trump.
Oh yeah, the funniest what you call phenomenon is gang members. Gang members, they love Trump. Like, and they couldn't vote because they were felons. But I can't tell you how many people on Facebook. You're no friend with gang members, of course, but I am. And how many of them would post all these anti-Hillary memes, and they just loved Trump. They loved his machismo. They loved his, take no prisoners approach and all that. But, a lot of people did not like Trump. Again, it all goes back to the rhetoric that they use. If Trump had just dropped the whole Mexicans are rapists, this, and that, he would have had way more voters for him. And it's like with the Republican Party in California. It's like, if you guys had just dropped that rhetoric, you guys would not be at the position where you're at now. But no one ever pays attention. It's so much easier to rally the troops with just xenophobia.
What's behind Mexico? We're going to build a wall, and Mexico's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Do you have a theory as to
Trump wants to humiliate Mexico. He is the art of humiliation. The art of, it is like the old Roman emperors where you're going to kneel before the Caesar and do your bidding. And Mexico has already said, we're not going to pay for anything. And they're not. They're absolutely not going to pay for a single cent of it.
But why humiliate Mexico?
Why does Trump humiliate anyone? That is his modus operandi. Why does he go on Twitter?
He thinks he can.
Yeah. Why does he go on Twitter and ridicule Bob Corker? Why does he go on Twitter and go after, after promoting Luther Strange for all the time, then he deletes all his tweets when he loses to Roy Moore? Like, it's all about, Trump not only has to win, he's almost like a David Mamet character where he has to win and win ruthlessly. And do you want that as a president? I personally don't, but obviously some people do.
Don't you think, I still, one of my theories is that it's not so much Trump's popularity as it is, and not just Hillary, but the establishment aversion that people have to the establishment, be it the Democrat or the Republican, but particularly, I think, Democrat, because if you look at state offices around the country and stuff, there's very few Democrats, Democrats. Although in the major population centers, California as a prime example, they're popular. That this is really it's like we'll take anybody. We'll take anybody except Hillary.
My question is, where were they during the W administration? Because you had that same establishment politics back then.
It was building, maybe. It was starting to build. Because
I think it's convenient that it happens after you had a black president in office, because the W administration was way more corrupt and way more wasteful than the Obama administration. And and look, I am no fan of Clinton. Bill Clinton, I never liked him even when he was in office. NAFTA was a complete disaster. Obama.
NAFTA was a disaster, but that's where Mexico's taking advantage of us on NAFTA.
Oh God, please. Really advantage? No way.
And I said that with a laugh and
sarcasm
and all that. But anyways, okay. Well, listen, we could go on forever, but there's you'll be back.
We'll you should have me and Will on the same panel. That would be fun.
Yeah.
He'd be the more right perspective. I'd be the more left perspective.
Well, interesting though. You're writing for Reason Magazine, which is a libertarian. As you know, Will has become a
little bit more aligned with
libertarian.
Yeah.
In fact, I see you guys. You go to the Weekly, and of course, you're presumed to be far left. And then you kind of come around.
Around. The politics have always remained the same for me. Again, like I said, my parents installed virtues of me of self-reliance, don't ask help for anything, don't trust the government, and don't have any excuses. On the other hand, just being here in Orange County, where you see sort of the corruption of Republicans here and there in the Good Old Boys Network, you're going to be opposed to that as well. For me, it's let people do what they want to do and don't impugn on what they want to do. On the other hand, far too often here in Santa Ana, you have a bunch of Democrats. What good are they? They're trying to ban taco trucks, for crying out loud.
One more thing, just to get you on the record. I try to get everybody on the record. The free speech issue. Should there be
Absolutely, 100%. Like, there should be 100% free speech. Milo Yiannopoulos, I know he's going to go to Cal State Fullerton. People are going to protest him. I say let him speak. Let him speak. Why not? It is free speech. And they say free speech, hate speech is not free speech. No, actually it is. Like, what is not free speech? Libel. You can't do libel. You can't yell fire in a theater. You also can't openly threaten people like that. But if you want to have some, Milo person just rant and rail against other people, he has every right to. And that has cost me fans. I don't care. I come from the world of of reporting where, trust me, we get a lot of people not liking what we do and throwing our newspapers away. That is an that is an abrogation of our free speech right there. So I'm going to stand with people 100%. 100%.
Gustavo, as always, thanks, man.
Next time. Gracias.